Hi, this is the video reflection of my homepage mini project. And so my topic of my mini project is I like to create a guitar community, a community for like all guitar lovers. So the two biggest goals that I want to achieve by designing this, the first is to provide information. So there are three main aspects of information that I want to provide with this website. The first is tabs, guitar tabs. Then videos, all kinds of videos about guitar playing. And third is events, like what kind of events, maybe mini live music concerts having next weekend around you, or some famous guitarists that they are coming in the next few days. So all those kind of events. And another thing that I want to achieve is to create a community so that those guitar lovers, they can interact and communicate with each other. So I also like include a forum part, but since this is only homepage, so I just list those big parts that I want to include in my website. And so the name, I just pick a random and also very straight name is just guitar. And in my homepage, I just divided them into, I just want to show those information part that included in my website. So I just divided into the header and like a welcoming badge, like a Jumbotron. Then is the part of tabs. So basically, I will just show the top tabs, the maybe first five like top tabs and new tabs, and then they can click view more to view more in the future. And then next is the video part. I just put one sample video here, and then is the upcoming events. So basically, I use the cards components from Bootstrap. And what is interesting is, so in the card, so different from Bootstrap, what they just use the name of the event and a short description. I also use uh, the list. Yes, the list elements. I just embed the list elements into the card or the paragraph. I'll show you here. Video parts begin and events. Yes, like here, the those list. And also, so what I want to mention with my code is I didn't really spend a long time with debugging things or rewrite my code. So most of my code I just wrote them once and then check whether it is working. So I really didn't spend a lot of time, in rewriting my code or check or debug. And I also have a habit that I like to make comment to separate each part. Like here is the header, just like the just guitar part, and then the navigation is the nav bar part. And then I also use like when this ends, so I will just use yes the end of header. And then so those kind of comments will also help me to figure out like where am I and where should I start, because I was not writing this project just used one day or one night. So that really helped me. And another thing that I learned is to add background image. Like the background image I add to my Jumbotron part. I just Google it, like how to add background image to Jumbotron, and learn it from YouTube. Um, and another very interesting is like see the URL of my picture, because I just found a website that called Unsplash, and there are really a lot of very high quality, good quality pictures here. It's just save your time. You don't have to randomly pick a picture from Google. And then the thing I also learned from YouTube and Google is to just because you can't just use this link to embed this picture. So basically, we need to copy this code and then start a new tab and paste it, and then type in source.unsplash.com, then /. Yeah, so here is the link, the URL that you can use in your like CSS to really embed this picture. And yeah, another thing that I just had more like much deeper understanding is about the padding and margin thing, because I was really confused about it, and I didn't really understand how to modify that padding and margin thing, like what different part they control. So I just tried to read their like definitions again, like from W3 schools, or just whichever website, or just Google, and then I also tried like reread those definitions, and also try by myself and see how those text different parts change their positions during when I make changes to those numbers. So that really helped me a lot. And so yeah, think that's, and also I use a lot that I just follow the typical like bootstrap thing, like container row column, and I always like tidy my HTML. And so the thing I found is, although I use bootstrap, I also I also wrote some like maybe more than 100 like lines of CSS code, which just makes me feel that even you are using like something like Bootstrap, using those predefined classes, if you want it like looks like what you want, you still need to like use a lot of override CSS selectors to modify the style. And another thing I also want to mention is like I used to like write the codes of those big parts first. Like I just wrote I just wrote codes of this like the header, the jumbotron, tabs and events part, and after that, um, although this part is at the up like corner, but I actually wrote it like at last, because I thought it's just some tiny thing, and I don't want like tiny thing like um, took me too long time, so that I don't have time to focus on other big parts, and also about those fonts and pictures. So basically, I wrote all those big parts first, and then I tried to add pictures and change the color and the font style, and then I try to add some like tiny things like those icons, button, and also this like copyright thing. So which I think is a very good way for me to just to build the main structure of the website first, and then add those like I just add those like stylistic things to make it like looks much better. Yeah, basically that's all, and welcome any feedback. Thank you.